Oh yeah. Real nice winter afternoon hiking. Had a good trip to the rail splitter in Mossville, Illinois. And then just dropped my bike out at an undisclosed location and decided to continue hiking. Oh, the sun was just out. Maybe it'll be easier on the lens. As this cold is, it's not much snow. A little now and then flakes scattering through the air. Pretty windy. Nice solid ground to walk on. My mom and dad were like talking about having all these dreams and stuff. They're like, yeah, the last few nights I've had some crazy dreams, and they're getting up there. But I couldn't help but note that I did too, like the last few nights, maybe 3 nights. And then I made a special note this morning. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't any type of a nightmare or anything, just a long kind of just dream. There was a big oak tree in it, I remember. There was another part with some people doing some stuff. I'm sure it'll come back, but I had not dreamt much in the last few weeks preceding. A couple here and there, but just a lot of sitting on the couch at night watching TV, just not sleeping. I slept, but just not the kind of dreams that they spoke of. An unusual amount of dreams. I'm like, is it because it's cold, clear, high pressure? Dad doesn't drink coffee. Granny and I do. I don't know. Not too bad out here. Pretty good winter 2026 so far. I'd like to get a new Kuiu orange hat. There's a lot of stuff I'd like. I found a wintergreen one on eBay. That's made up by the Boundary Waters. It had the bottom straps and everything. Size large, nice and blue. Matching my jacket. I got a black one I picked up in Rochester, and I was like, found it for 50 cents in a bin, and I was like, wow, this hat is so warm. What is it? Coming up on that guy's house with the helicopter. I'm like, found and did my homework. Wintergreen, what is that? Looked it up. Oh yeah, it's up in the Boundary Waters, Ely or Minnesota. Thought about another pair of hiking pants, but I think I just need the bibs for winter. That was my original goal. I've been making these First Light pants work I got last year with the suspender straps. They're nice that your backpack doesn't pull your pants down, basically. You know, your crack hanging out 30 below zero. But I should have probably made them a little bigger. Not that my holiday meals don't matter, but you kind of have to tuck a couple base layers underneath your pants to get the straps up around the way I like them. I don't like them just over a t-shirt. Then you get some air gaps and they feel a little different. Way better than your crack hanging out. But overall, yeah, they're pretty, got them last year. Pretty nice, fashionable. Got my wallet in there, my other phone here. Pretty nice pants they've been. When it starts getting real cold, it's about, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe like 10 Fahrenheit. Could be warmer. Definitely isn't Minnesota or North Dakota, eh? Never mind Canada. But doing all right. I want that rail pass, man. Go see those cherry blossoms. I want to see some flowers. Doesn't everybody say that this time of year? I got my crocuses came in the mail. FedEx this time. I've been keeping an eye out for the mail truck because I didn't want them to freeze as soon as they got here. Crocus is a hardy plant though. It's completing my this season's vision of what I need to do with that garden. Got Granny's concrete walk-in, and now I'm kind of getting the flowers the way they need to be. Mainly flower gardens for spring and early summer, because That's the time that, at least for now, I want some, they've got a cardinal plant. They've got a plant called, some anchor color for through the summer, a lucifer. That sounds a little scary, a lucifer plant. They're both red, lily-like plants that I think would look nice in the woods in the summer, but they gotta thin the canopy because it's not far different than this, and I gotta do some things there. Overall, good winter. Saw a couple friends at the rail splitter, real good friends, and talked to some nice people. A couple friends talked about seeing the Bear game. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it with them or want to catch it just at Pappy's house or something. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world too, as usual. But wishing everybody a good winter. Guess there was something else I was gonna say in my mind. Coming up with me. A lot of good friends on the internet too. Plenty of debates there too, but I have a healthy debate about things. What else? I got these thick bicycler gloves with the same as hunting gloves, you know, just neon. And then I've got some wool mitt liners too. And then I'll double up this jacket. I got the blue one, matches that wintergreen hat, and I'll just usually fold in my backpack the extra one when it gets real cold or you're stopped or an extra wind, or put on basically double up the coats, the insulation layer. And then I got my jacket shell that goes over. Oh, I had those new socks. I put some new wool socks on that order. I had to get the order to $150 to get the free shipping. I feel like that used to be like 75 or $100, but it was in the media that companies are cracking down on that free shipping. Kuyu, they answer the phone like, oh yeah, and talk to them about the gear. And I don't like the pictures of the big dead grizzly bear hunted, but you know, I realize that the hunters do a lot of work for conserving nature, and the public lands are theirs as well. And as long as there's a stamp out for that animal, or you know, there's some sort of oversight into its management, that's just their right to use the land like everybody else has a right, especially if they're eating the animal. So that is what it is. Well, the hunting stuff, like the hoods, aren't necessarily helmet compatible. So if you're just hiking, you don't have this, you know, huge hood, for instance. That's just one thing. And the hunting stuff is, I feel like, maybe a little more durable than the lightweight backpacking stuff. And the hunting stuff often has pretty good pockets, and some of their thicker things might not be so much designed for ski bindings and stuff. There's a lot of crossover with the hiking and backpacking and skiing world, whereas the hunters get into a little bit different market. And then of course they had the bright orange hat. There were a couple other companies that had some neon high-vis work hats that looked pretty good, but I could trust, you know, a good hunting brand's cap usually is being pretty warm, being people have to sit in a stand for hunting animals, or might be in a real cold place like Montana or North Dakota or somewhere, crawling through a patch of dried up reeds with a bunch of snow flying, looking for their ducks. Quack, quack. I saw a bunch of geese go over earlier. Oh well, I'll leave people alone. Over and out, mid-January. Oh, there's that sun. 2026. Hope everybody's doing all right. Oh yeah. Let's say oh yeah. I told the guy at the diner, or girl, or whoever, like it's a good slogan, you know. I think it was Macho Man. Oh yeah, step into a Slim Jim. But it's positive. You're not scaring anybody too bad, yet you're making a statement. It's just not too bad. Not too bad isn't too bad either. But oh yeah, that's a little more positive. It's always a good day too. Like, oh yeah, pretty nice out there. It's like 30 below zero and the snow's blowing sideways. They're like, what are you talking about? Are you on your bike? Oh yeah. This is life here on Earth. 2026. I never exactly pictured it be this way, but it's really not too bad.